Hello and welcome to Bricks in the Wild. I am your tour guide, brickologist Carl, coming to you from the Lego Den. Let's begin our adventure and talk about bricks in the wild and collecting used Lego. So our adventure today is going to discuss once you find that score, once you find that bin of Lego on Facebook or Craigslist or eBay or at a garage sale, what do you do when you get that? So sometimes you get it in maybe a box this size, or if you really have a good score, you might get it in maybe a big container like this, Rubbermaid container. You see it in Walmart. Great for storing. You can actually see what's inside. So this one I got a while ago. Haven't gone through it yet. I think I paid $50 for it, and I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. Saw a few pictures of it, and just what I saw on the very top for $50 was a good deal. So I really haven't gone through it yet, but I'm going to give you an idea of what is in here. Sometimes looks can be deceiving. It does look like it's full. Let's find out what's in here. So let me put this over on the side and we'll start digging through here. So let's open it up. The lid's a little dusty on there. So at the top I got a big nice green plate there, base plate. So what caught my eye was Star Wars set. And looks like all the pieces were there. Maybe for a pirate ship. And of course, this is what we talk about, is off-brand bricks. So you got your score, and of course, you get extra toys. And here's a rare piece here. It's a Legoland Factory Discovery Center from Dallas, Fort Worth. So what you have to do with this is you have to get into your bin, kind of see what you have. Are they clean? Have they been outside? Have they been used? Are they been stored in the house, in a closet somewhere? This set looks pretty clean. Looks pretty good Lego. I do see some just right off the bat, non-Lego pieces. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to go through this bin, and this is where collecting used Lego takes time, because now you have to sort, you have to see what you have in here that is of value. You're going to find a lot of plastic pieces that don't belong to Lego. That's a little Star Wars piece here, some Technic pieces. So it becomes kind of detective work now. Like I said, this set is pretty clean. I've got another pirate sail here. So you'd have to figure out what possibly, if the rest of the ship is in here. This looks like possibly a piece that goes to a boat of some sort, or ship. Got some brown pieces in here. And of course you get pens. So you get the idea, as I have a big tub of Rubbermaid tub of Lego, but necessarily you may not get all Lego pieces. I can spot that. That is not a Lego piece. That is probably not a Lego piece. Let's see. Okay, so we got some figures in a baggie here, and there's Star Wars. I see some Minecraft, an R2. So we got some minifigures in here. So we may have some more on the bottom. And that's the thing is with collecting used Lego, is you have to kind of sort this out. We know that's not Lego. So you're getting the idea of what it takes to get used Lego and sorting out, and what you're going to do with this. Like I said, this was one of the sets that I saw. This is, I believe, from one of the first Star Wars movies, Darth Maul's fighter. I believe this piece goes to it also. So I'm going to probably put that to the side, look and see if I get any more pieces. That's not regular Lego. I have some kind of wheel. It also could be used as maybe an engine of some type. It is very crafty. Here's some kind of cone. So you have to, you gotta have to see what the pieces are and see what you've actually got, because you just may have a bin full of random pieces. So this is what takes a while. I do not throw anything away immediately, even if it's not Lego. If it's a random toy or off brick, I put it to the side and I put it to the bin. I never throw anything that is possibly tied into a set, because you don't know if that is an extra piece for a set. So I don't throw them away. I usually put them in a bin. These kind of look like they go together. More of that. So so here we're digging in and we're finding pieces. Okay, that looks very like Star Wars, but it also looks like they've added some off-brand brick to it. So I'd have to figure out what that is. Like I said, this set is pretty clean. Now, if you want to, you sort through this, you get all the pieces. Good thing to do. Go over here. If you want, if you've got pieces that are broken apart, start putting them in a bin. Get them out of this bin or cardboard box. And what I said about we don't want cardboard. They draw bugs, and plus they have a tendency to fall apart. So we're going to put our Lego pieces. We're separating. Some people like to take your bin and they like to get a big blanket or a towel and they like to dump it on the floor. I like to work in small sections. I may get a small Rubbermaid container. Get in here and just sort. Now, I'm not breaking anything apart right now, because that's where you can get into trouble. If you start taking all the pieces apart, then that's what you'll have, is nothing but pieces. That looks very interesting. Hard to tell if the individual had the bricks before. Was that something that they did themselves, or was that something from the set? So that's another thing you have to decide. Hard to tell, but you kind of get the idea. Is I may have this big bin, I paid $50 for it, but did I get $50 worth of Lego out of it? That's what you have to decide. There's some pretty neat pieces in here. So this is the start of it. So once you get your pieces broken down, and if you feel that you need to clean them, if they're, if they're dirty, if they're chewed up, you want to separate those pieces also. You're going to want to, if you feel that you need to wash them, if they're nasty, they've got food on them or dust or whatever. Maybe they spilled a soda in there or something with the Lego. Where you don't know where these came from. You don't know when they came out of the box. They went to whoever had them, what they did with them. Did they take them outside? They have them underneath their bed in their room. Did the dog do something with them? You don't know. But from what I'm seeing right now, I see a lot of good pieces. Hard to tell what that is. I mean, don't know. So that's a questionable piece. So won't throw that away. Now, I went through this. Let's see, like this guy right here. Now he does look Lego-ish, but his hands are kind of different. He doesn't look like his hands are regular Lego hands. So I would have to do some detective work on this guy here. He may be an off-brand. Don't know. But that's why you don't throw these things away, because you have to start doing some detective work. So we're going to put him in the questionable pile. Nice big brown piece here. Okay, here. This looks like the other half, as you can see right here. Boom. So just by going through this in a couple minutes, you already see I'm already starting to get Darth Maul's fighter, his transport. It's coming together already. So good, because I would say probably 9 times out of 10 I'm going to get most of the pieces out of here. That does look like Lego, maybe not. Very use your own piece. Put it in the question mark pile. And I can spot Lego. And once you get an eye working with used Lego, you'll be able to see that it has no marking on the top of the brick. That's first sign I can see. And this green is not a traditional Lego color. So, questionable pile. That's probably some Army military set with the green, as you can see. Might even be Halo, which Lego does not have a license for. So we're going to go through here, and here's a big old piece right here. Definitely not on Lego. I think I spotted it before. This is definitely Star Wars of some type. So we'll put that in there. Maybe Shield. That definitely does not look like Lego. So you have to have some space to work with. Well, let's see. Okay, I've got a shoestring here. We'll put that in our, possibly to get rid of the pile. This definitely looks off-brand. I don't see any markings on top. That's our questionable pile. And you're going to run into it, so don't get discouraged. This looks very promising. Looks like maybe possibly some kind of stand for something. Very cool. So you usually use the clear Technic piece as a stand. Okay, let's dig down here a little bit. Okay, so here's one piece that I did notice in here. And here's another one. Something else. It's Star Wars, but guess what? Not the pieces out here. It is not Lego. It is more likely Kenner. But it's a Star Wars ATST. And pretty cool if you had all the pieces for it. But that's going to go into our not Lego pile. And I'm just going to go through here real briefly. That looks like possibly another piece that goes to this. Here's another one of those spoke wheels. And you're going to see some possibly things that go to certain sets that don't belong here. Might get some Bionicle. Hard to tell what that is. Might be an arm, a leg. Okay, so this is definitely Star Wars. It's one of the droids, or Technic pieces. So as you can see, you're getting small bits of puzzles to the complete puzzle. So it's always best to not get too excited whenever you get a bin of Lego, because you're going to have to go through and sort out what you have. And this is what takes time, versus buying a new set in the store. It's ready to go. It has the manual. It has everything's in a bag. It's all clean. So you break the seal, open up, boom, there's your set. Now, this involves a little bit more work, but it's risk versus reward, as I mentioned in the past. Is I only paid $50 for this bin of Lego, but if I go to research this one set right here, Darth Maul's fighter, it may be worth $30, $40 if it's complete and with the figures. Unfortunately, it's not going to come with the box, but as you can kind of see, I'll have another Star Wars set, possibly two. It's part of the adventure, part of the risk versus reward. Canopy, possibly some kind of fighter craft. So I'm going to look in here a little bit more, see if I see anything else that catches my eye. And then this is the thing you're going to have to figure out when you see the pictures and stuff. Oh, here's an F-14 model die-cast plane, very cool. Is it going to be worth the money? You know, am I going to get what I paid? Am I going to get $50 out of the thing? Like I said, there's a lot of pieces of Lego in here, and sure, I may only get 2 or 3 sets out of the whole thing, but I've got a lot of cool slopes. Just a lot of gray pieces in there, Technic pieces. I mean, something like this. Okay, you would have to figure out what is that, and that's something that I'll get into later with you. You know, you have to identify the pieces, and by keeping these pieces together, you could figure out what set this possibly came from. A lot of times, you may go down that road, and you may find only half the set in there. So here I am putting trying to get complete sets. I'm probably put those in another box. I'll get the other pieces and start sorting them out. So you ask, what steps would I do if I wanted to clean the parts? So I'm going to I can use the classic bin method and clean some at a time. If I've got itty bitty little pieces, you can use like a linen bag. Like this one has 3 little compartments. You can run this through the washing machine. So you can put, like I said, it has 3 sections in here. This one is a little bit bigger, so if you had bigger blocks, and the sky's the limit on these linen bags. As long as they have a nice zipper, they're porous, and they don't have any holes, you can put any size Lego in here and run it through the washing machine. They're not going to open up, but you won't fill them up either. So you can put some Lego in your laundry bag here and make sure they're all Lego. And we'll put other stuff in there, so you can wash them that way. But make sure you got permission to do that if from your parents or whoever. Make sure that they're okay with that. I even heard you can run it through the dishwasher. It's not gonna damage the print on them. Make sure they don't have stickers. That's the thing you have to determine, are they printed? Like there's stickers on there, so wouldn't recommend you doing that. There's a printed piece, that's not going to bother it. So you have to figure out print or sticker. Or you can do the method where you do it a few at a time in a bin here, like put them in here with a little cool water and some dish detergent, and you can, if they're nasty, I mean, you can separate from nasty from not nasty. Get yourself some water, go outside or use the kitchen sink or a wash basin or whatever you have, and just lightly scrub them, both sides. And what you'll do is they'll come out nice and clean. Sometimes you run into the part where they may have ink on them or paint. Sometimes there's people that glue them together too. That's kind of a different episode we'll get into about what if you find a Lego that is glued together, what are some ways to fix that problem. So what you'll do is you'll get them clean, drain the water out. You can use a strainer, or I even have the Mr. Lego Man here. If you have one of these are pretty cool. These are just not for storage, and you see these on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace all the time. You know, you can use the top of that, or you can use this as a strainer if you want to separate the larger pieces from the smaller pieces, and you can use this to knock the water out of the pieces. I do recommend that you spend a good day letting them dry. Usually put them on a towel. Put them between two towels and just let them dry or air dry. If it's during the summertime, you can put them on a towel and put them outside, but put them in the shade. Don't put them in direct sunlight because you can fade your Legos. Ultraviolet light, pros and cons, and we'll get into that in another episode too. How it can destroy Lego and how it can save Lego. So we've got into the basics of, if I find Lego, I'm getting them clean, I'm going to organize, sort. Of course these you wouldn't throw into the washing machine or like that. And once you get your Lego clean and you get all these separated, we get all of our non-Lego pieces out of the way. Clean the bin out if you have one of these bins. Clean it out and use it again. This tub is in good shape. It comes with a lid and it's great for storage. And you can use it to go back through, sort out some more, and go one step further. If you want to even sort them by piece or by color, Technic pieces versus just Lego flats or bricks. These are great for smaller pieces, 1x1, 2x2s, or like I said, you can use these. Another means I have for separating Lego is it's something very cheap and very easy to store, is Ziploc bags. Once you start figuring out what you have, you can start putting them in Lego bags and put them back in that container. If you're trying to piece sets together, you might want to just keep them all in here until you figure out if you're going to break them all the way down or if you're going to try to bring the sets back together. What I try to do is I try to see what I have. I try to get the sets back together. And after a while, you're going to find out I've got a bunch of random pieces. I don't know where they go to. And then you're going to break them down and separate. And I use these ones here. And as you can see, these are all my light gray. And these are all my blocks. These are some printed pieces in here. But these are all gray. Now there's other means of organizing. Some people like to do color. Some people like to do what type of brick it is. And we will get into that more later on also. But right now we're just showing the basics of when I get that set, what do I do? What do I do with the bin I get here? When you get box sets, that's a little different. Because usually it's 90% complete. It just depends on what, but I like box sets because usually they have the manual with them. I did get manuals with them. I have them in a separate baggie. So that will give you an idea of what you're running into also. So we will get into more detail once we separate this, what we're looking for. So overall, did I get $50 worth of Lego? With some of the junk is in here? Yes, I did. And like I said, there's still more pieces in here that is non-Lego, and I will go through and once again, I do not throw anything away that is non-Lego, because when you start going and look for your sets and you look for the instructions and the piece count, you might find that in there. Now once I go through this bin, I'm probably going to discard or take all these non-Lego sets and maybe put them on Craigslist and get a little cost back out of them. Okay? So, once again, risk versus reward. It's kind of an adventure because you're going to get pieces that don't belong in here, but you might find some hidden gems under here. See, here's a big set. Okay. Okay, see, start digging. right off the bat, I can tell non-Lego. And my mistake. There are a couple pieces, so this person was mixing them and using them in different sets. So there are Lego pieces on here. That's why we don't throw them away. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of be finished with that for today. I do appreciate you coming back. If you enjoyed this video, if it gives you information, hit that like button. Give a thumbs up on that. I mean, I am trying to show you what information that I have, and hopefully that will help you out. If you decided to go on an adventure, or if you come across some used Lego out in the wild at a garage sale, if you see something on Craigslist, because you can find a lot of good sets out there. It's just you have to hunt for them. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, and you have to have some space for it too. And once you get going, you have to decide what you're going to do with them. Are you going to make your own creations? Or are you going to get this set and say, well, that's Star Wars or Bionicle, I don't really collect those, and get some of your investment back? Or am I going to keep that, and over the years, are people going to increase in value and sell them back? Okay, so if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you are a subscriber, I certainly appreciate you for coming back. If you are not, please hit that subscribe button. And also, please share this video and any other videos that I have posted. That is going to be it for today. Remember, saving Lego from the past is saving Lego for the future. That's going to be it for today. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, and I am going to let you go. Have a good day.